Hello, my gamer tag is Cowboy Tori and I make videos on World of Warship Legends. I make 5 of these videos every week, so a like or a subscription would highly be appreciated. So once again we're aboard the Kongho, the Tier 4 Kongho, Japanese battleship. And in today's episode you will see how important it is to be aware of against how many enemies you're fighting simultaneously. At the start of this game, since I'm on the center and there are a lot of small islands in the center, I decided to go to the right flank and help the cruiser and destroyer back there. I'm taking pot shots at the first vehicle that I see, or ship that I see, the Piotr. And as you can see, by firing, I actually am coming within visibility of a lot of ships now, back to only one. So I'm trying to looking at that Kuma. He's not. I cannot fire at him because of the islands. Meanwhile, our destroyer is already capturing A, so that's good. And while I'm struggling to aim at either the Kuma or at that Hawkins, okay, finally I get a lock on that Hawkins and keep track of that ship. He will come back in the video.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
So a good hit, even to the Citadel hit. So I'm spotted, so probably by that destroyer. And yep, sights he's sunk, and the spot ends for me. So I'm focusing again on that Hawkins. We just lost the cruiser ourselves. The Hawkins is now firing also at me, but yeah, a cruiser versus a battleship, that is not a fair match. But yeah, I'm in a problem because that Piotr is also firing at me. So I'm now stuck between a rock and a hard place. I have the cruiser firing at me and then the Piotr firing at me. So I'm first looking at the Piotr because he's a battleship himself, heavier than me, more dangerous than the cruiser. The Piotr sinks one of our destroyers. So I'm still thinking, okay, where to go, and then I'm gonna decide for the Hawkins. Why? Because he's low on health. So I might get rid of him. That will help our squad because we're, as you can see, we're now behind. Lose the sight of him. A blind shot. I don't think it will hit anything. So since I lost the contact with the cruiser, I'm back at focusing on the Piotr, who's already been lost some health also, because our destroyer is also focusing on him. One torpedo hit. And a salvo from me. And that ends the Piotr.
Enemy battleship foundered.
So now if you look at it, you've seen there on the left the Nevada. He will come back also in the video later on. Okay, we have that destroyer. Destroyers are dangerous because, okay, they can fire torpedoes at me. And as a battleship, they're hard for me to evade. But the Hawkins is back inside, so I focus back on the Hawkins. He's low on health. He does manage to set me a fire.
The ship is on fire.
But he won't last long.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
So with the cruiser sunk, we've turned the score in the advantage for us. So now of all the enemies nearby, the the destroyer is important for me or dangerous for me, so we're gonna focus on him first. That's 7 kilometers. I have to aim very well. I fire a shot. I miss. Looking back for that Nevada, and we got planes nearby because the AI is firing, and somebody else got the destroyer. So with the destroyer gone, the Nevada is dangerous for me. He's not looking at me, as you can see from the turrets, so I can safely take a shot at him. He's turning towards me, so he might be. He's now aware of my presence. Also, I'm a bigger threat for him. So we start circling towards each other. We're not gonna do a chicken run where we get so close that we ram each other, but of course also the Nevada is, I'm not all alone, so there's that destroyer bugging him, so he has to make a decision, go for the destroyer. He has to pay attention for the torpedoes already. We're now close enough that our secondary unit guns start firing.
Ship is on fire.
He's not looking, he's trying to aim his guns toward me. I'm doing the same, but we miss each other with the big guns. We're circling around. And you see there are other ships firing at him, so he's outnumbered. More torpedoes going in his direction. We're probably gonna miss him, but they force him to split his attention. No one hits him. So there are too many targets for him to fire at, and he's all alone, so we can all fire at him. And there he goes. So the match is now 4v3. We do have a score advantage. And the enemy still has, okay, it's 3v3 now, so scoring starts to get equal again. So at this moment, the biggest danger for me is the carrier again. There are no cruisers nearby. So one cruiser is on the top of the map, enemy cruiser on top of the map has killed our carrier. So there's one still somewhere near their sea flag. So what I'm trying to do right now is very carefully move towards the sea flag. And we have one of our cruisers that's entirely on the map on the left, and there we have target of opportunity, an Omaha. Is already weakened very much, so
Good luck, everyone.
but my grenades only nick him a little bit. But I already have a second salvo ready, and that one should do the job. Indeed.
Enemy cruiser destroyed.
So we're back in a comfortable lead. I can now focus on getting to sea. This moment I'm spotted by the carrier. I don't know where he is. The enemy cruiser, oh, there's planes in the distance, so I now have a sort of an idea where the carrier might be. Bingo. So the other remaining enemy cruiser is too far away for me, so focusing again on the Langley. And it will require some dodging of enemy torpedoes. This one hits me. So the worst thing that can happen right now is that either one of our ships gets sunk. That would have an impact on the scoring. So our cruiser, more destroyer and me, we're all at this side of the map. The enemy cruiser is on the other side, so he's no problem. And we can, again, with the three of us, pile upon that carrier. So again, it's always useful to be with as many ships to attack and target simultaneously. And that enemy cruiser must be now capturing our B flag. But we still have a comfortable lead in score. At any moment now you're gonna see probably the cruiser on my left. Yep. Can already see, yep, there he is, dropping smoke for me to shield myself from the Langley. But the Langley is here. That's an easy prey for us. Secondary guns also start firing now. Torpedo attack that I managed to evade, and there goes the Langley.
Nice work.
And as you can see, although that we at the end of the match have lost 2 flags, or that the enemy has 2 flags, because we sunk enough enemy ships, we're gonna win on points. Unless of course we can get sight of the enemy cruiser. There he is, at 12 kilometers, clearly in range. I have more health than he has, so although he can fire of course faster, he's a cruiser. But again, our other cruiser chips in again. It's gonna be the destroyer might be too far away. 2v1. The destroyer is also chipping in.
Problem solved, sir.
Okay, we lost our cruiser, but we're still fighting 2 against 1. And a few hits from my guns would surely destroy the Kuma. No. We're actually no longer bothering. And then look, the destroyer and me, we have captured the C flag again, so we're gonna win on points at least, but we're gonna finish the match by sinking the Kuma.
Torpedoes to port.
And I give the coup de grace. I hope you enjoyed this video again. Thank you for watching. Good evening, good night, and see you in the next video.